at that first quarter, obviously they weren't missing, and then you got in a big hole, but you guys think shot 60% in the first half. Were there just thoughts that we could have maybe gotten a couple stops early, we could have maybe made this game closer?
Yeah, honestly, it's never our offense. I feel like our offense is pretty good. It's like we got to come in and focus in on defense. I feel like they shot 100% the first quarter. I feel like they didn't miss, so I feel like we just got to be better when we come out, focusing on defense, like executing on defense and doing the defensive schemes better than what we did. And if we do that, the game would have been totally different.
You obviously played the Liberty close both other times you played before this. What do you think made the difference in terms of defense and execution from the last time you went to overtime with them?
At home, they say the home court advantage, and I agree with that. They weren't knocking down as many shots as they was here. This is their home. They're used to this rim. They shoot on it all the time. And then when you get to another place, it's gonna be tough. Like, we're a team that never quit. So we're gonna keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. So I feel like that frustrated them there, even though we didn't come out with the win. But I feel like we gave it our all that game. And we should have did the same thing this game, which we did give our all. It's just the first quarter, it was tough. I mean, you let somebody score 44 points in the first quarter, it's hard to come back from that.
Chloe, anything on Zoom for Tori or Grace?
Yeah, Aaliyah picked up those 3 fouls in the first quarter, and then she had to sit for a while, and ended up only having 1 rebound, and then overall you guys only had 25. How did her picking up those 3 fouls and kind of having to be out for a while change the game for you?
I think obviously Aaliyah's huge for us. She's an all-star for a reason, and that's more than just scoring the ball. For defensively, she's really good. Rebounding, obviously, she's really good. But at the end of the day, we have really good players to back her up coming off the bench. And rebounding, I think, is just kind of a thing that requires heart and hustle. And as a team, I think we failed to do that, especially in the first half. So obviously, we miss Aaliyah in all facets of the game when she's not in there. But I think the things we can control, we have to walk in on that much more when she's on the bench.
You scored 44 in the first quarter, and as Victoria said, it didn't seem like they missed. What was the difference in early on? They hitting shots or defensive breakdowns or both?
No, it was we played 30 minutes tonight. We didn't play 40, and you can't be in this league and play 30 minutes of a 40-minute game and expect to win, especially against a team like New York. We just didn't show up. We are defensively, like, we weren't where we were supposed to be. We weren't putting ball pressure. Everything came easy for them, and when you give a team like that confidence, you can get in a really bad spot quickly, and that's what happened to us. It's just like I told my team, if this was a 3-quarter game, if we played 30 minutes, we win by 9, right? Win by 9. So if I can't, you've got to show up and be ready to play every night, especially against, every night in this league, every night. You can't, 44 points is ridiculous.
In terms of the difference in the first quarter and the last 3, in both your halftime speech, you're addressing the team in the locker room before you came out to us, and tomorrow when you go over the film, what is your approach in terms of balancing how poor the first quarter was in terms of execution and sort of the fight you showed with the last 3?
Yeah, we were late on everything. We watched a little bit of it at half just to see kind of our switches were late. They weren't even close, and if you're not close, then they're able to slip out on you. We weren't pulled over. These are things that we have worked on. Like I talked to you guys earlier before this game. These are things that we went back to working on us, and we didn't do those things in the first 10 minutes, but we did them in the second, third, and fourth quarter. And I don't know. Like, I can't wait to go back and just watch the whole first quarter. I'm probably going to make our team watch the whole first quarter, and we're going to find out exactly who's going to come out and start the game and give us that defensive effort that we need.
And in terms of trying to build on what you showed down the stretch of the game, how do you sort of use that as a jumping off ground without getting away from the issues at the beginning?
Yeah. My team kept trying to talk offense, and I just lost it in the huddle because there was absolutely nothing to talk about offensively. We shot 60-something%, right? We put up enough points, I think our average in a half. So, they want to keep bringing up some offense, and we're just not talking about offense. Like, you got to have more pride. You got to have a lot more respect and pride in yourself and to have your teammates back in situations, and we left people on an island at times, and you can't win that way. We didn't do it in the second, third, and fourth, but when you put like the first quarter, that's, you know, that set the tone. I think Ryan said that's a WNBA record. I mean, we're better than that. We're better than that. I'm disappointed in our start. Obviously, we've got to figure out who's going to give us a better start out defensively.
Chloe, anything for Coach?
Yeah, I just had one thing. Aaliyah was really limited after the first quarter with like the 3 fouls early, and she only took 3 shots overall. How does the game plan kind of change for the team when she's limited and in that foul trouble?
Yeah, I think when you're in a position and you have to take Aaliyah off the floor, it's not a good situation for your team because of what she brings. But you know, we talked right after the game, and there's some things that she's got to work on as well. But you know, she's battling in there, and you know, I just want her to be able to get some of the same calls that are being called on, that she's getting called for on our end, on the offensive end. But you know, she's got to figure out the timing of things. We talk about it, we show her. She's gonna, you know, JJ's a great player. JJ has come off a really good game the other night, had a lot of confidence, hit some shots. But you know, she's gonna get better. We're gonna find ways to keep her on the floor. Did she pick up her 4th before half? Yes, she picked up her 4th before half. She had just scored with her 3rd foul, and I was hoping to keep her out there because she was starting to get some good touches. But that was tough for us to lose her early like that.